So I was actually taking my time the other day and looking at a list of free agents at the end of the 2023-2024 season, and there's a lot of teams that may possibly need some running backs. Yeah, I know some of these guys are going to be re-signed, but teams like the Chargers, who I'm the fan of, we know Eckler's not coming back. Tennessee with Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, Josh Jacobs, Pollard, Barkley, you name it. This video is going to be all about what do we do after this season? How is that position going to be filled? So with that being said, guys, I'm Two Tone Sports. Please leave a comment down below on who your favorite team is and what you want your team to do at the running back position if there's a need or if, your dream scenario. So let's jump into this one. You guys may be looking at this list and saying, whoa, kind of just like I did when I first looked up this list. This is to show you the 2024 NFL free agents, meaning at the end of this season. Look at the names on this. Yeah, Mixon's got a club option. We honestly have no idea what's going on with Mixon. But look, you got Derrick Henry, you got Joe Mixon, Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard, Saquon Barkley. I know he was just tagged. They want to get a deal, but apparently they're not seeing eye to eye. Eckler, who just got the incentives to play out the rest of this year. It's known he's going to be on another team. Cordell Patterson, who's a little older at 33. You got Gus Edwards, Singletary, Hilaire, DeAndre Swift. You got Jonathan Taylor down here. You got J.K. Dobbins, A.J. Dillon, Gibson, Rojo. Like, guys, there's some names on this. There is some names on this list. In a little bit, I am going to dive into the Chargers for a quick little section just because I am a Chargers fan, but I'm going to cover a lot of these guys. But look, even Zach Moss you got here. I mean, come on. Chase Edmonds. This is a list. Just want to take 2 seconds here to dive into my Los Angeles Chargers. You got Eckler, Kelly, and Roundtree. All supposed to be free agents at the end of this year. Meaning, out of your top 4, you're going to have Isaiah Spiller. You're going to have Isaiah Spiller as really your only one in your top 4 running backs left on this roster. Why is that a big deal? Well, we're going to have a cap issue next year. We got Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, all with a big cap hit. Not only that, you got Bosa and Mack. 2 of those 4 are probably going to be gone. All right? What does that leave? That probably leaves us to free agency, and that leaves us to the draft. So for the Chargers' purposes, and now we're going to head back to other teams' purposes, are you balling on a budget, or are you actually going to pay out? Because I can tell you Eckler's going to want McCaffrey money. If Saquon doesn't sign, he's going to want McCaffrey money. Henry's getting older in age, but let's be honest, he's going to get crazy money. No idea what's going on with Mixon and even Jacobs. But look at this. These top 6 guys right here, they're going to get paid. Now, they're not going to probably get crazy money. Eckler's going to get paid. Barkley's going to get paid. And Jacobs is definitely going to get paid. Henry's going to have a little bit tougher time. I think a team's still going to pay him because, let's be honest, it's King Henry. But once you start getting into these guys, especially for the Chargers, I'll talk for the Chargers here, or even Tennessee if they want to grab another guy. I know you guys just got a rookie, I believe. But even the Raiders, even Dallas can add another person if you guys let Pollard go, if you can't come onto an agreement. Not sure what DeAndre Swift's market would even look like. All depends how healthy he is and how they perform this year. You know Jonathan Taylor's getting a bag. That's known. Jonathan Taylor's getting a freaking bag. But look, a team could probably get Dobbins for a good, an okay contract, depending, once again, on how he is. But look, Chase Edmonds, Dearness Johnson, Gaskin's still here. He's a little iffy as well. But Damian Harris, these are all serviceable guys that you can easily plug and play into an offense. I'm not willing to say most of these guys are every down backs. I mean, Cam Akers is still a huge question mark to me. But at the end of the day, you're not breaking the bank for any of these guys here under the five mark. He's not. He's gonna make more than $6 million, but under this 5 mark. Cordell had links with the Chargers last season, but he decided to re-sign. He's also 33 years old. He's not gonna be in Atlanta next year. They got Algier and they got Bijan. Cordell's not gonna be in Atlanta next year. I can tell you that. But the Gus Bus, I'm thinking the Gus Bus or J.K. Dobbins, one of them is going to be gone. Then you come down here, I think A.J. Dillon's probably going to end up getting paid. Whether he stays or goes, he's going to get paid. But for your teams, like, let's say Indy doesn't re-sign Jonathan Taylor, or Dallas needs another running back, or Vegas needs another running back. Like, these guys in this area right here are quality signings for the money. Now we can look at the draft, which I'm going to get into, and probably go over my top 5. There's 2 of the guys that I guarantee top 5, but the rest, that can change by year, obviously. But once again, like, there's a lot of names here. Realistically, these guys they're not going to do much. I remember when Jake Funk came out. That's crazy. But like Corey Clement, like, these guys could be your number 2. You could pick up 2 of these guys. Like, you can easily pair like Antonio Gibson and AJ Dillon. Rashad Penny here as well. Like, Dillon can be your absolute workhorse between the tackles, and then you can grab your receiving back. AJ Dillon and J.K. Dobbins together would be insane. But teams like the Chargers, Eckler leaving, it's not the end of the world. I love Austin Eckler. I wish Eckler the best. The dude is a absolute beast. The problem is you don't pay a running back who's going to be 29 years old, closer to 30 at the end of the season. You don't pay them like that. It just never pans out. So, like, if we click here and sort this on age, these guys all with like the 29s in them, they're not going to be making much money. Besides, Derrick Henry's probably the one that's the standout there. But when we're talking money and we look at like these 26-year-olds here, they can get signed and they can make an okay payday. But let's jump into the draft. All right? Let's jump into the draft and show some rookies that I think would be great fills, especially for the Chargers. Now, I'm going to show one quick clip for every guy you see on here. I know, copyright, whatever. I'm going to show one quick clip on what my impressive runs are here. So we got the first guy here, Blake Corum from Michigan. He tore his meniscus on his left knee. Otherwise, his stats would have been a little higher. All right, he was arguably, some people say, he was the best player in college before his injury last year. This team changed so much when he went down. He earned PFF's highest Power 5 grade ever with a 96.2. To give you a little perspective, Kyle Pitts, Chase Young, and Quinnen Williams all earned a 96. Yeah, I know it's 0.2, but he just edged those guys out. He's 5'8", which is a little short, but he's 210 pounds, which is decent size. All right. He's got crazy elite lateral agility and quickness. His change of direction is insane. If you can see this, I don't know if he plants his foot in this video. I don't remember off the top of my head. Kid doesn't miss a beat. All right. his ability to make the first man miss is also, I think you see it in the tape. But his stats, 247 carries, 1,463 yards for 18 touchdowns, 11 receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown. He, right now, is my number one running back. Let's play the clip. All right, let's play the clip. I can't play too much because I'll get in trouble, but boom, look at that. Boom, change of direction. Doesn't miss a beat. Look at that. Insane. Takes it to the house. Look at he finishes. Looking all over the place, head on a swivel, takes it to pay dirt. We got to see how he bounces back with the injury, obviously. But, man, this kid's my number one. You're not going to pay high for a rookie. I'm also one that I sit here and believe you shouldn't take a running back with a top 10 pick. Let's see if Bijan Robinson proves me wrong, and maybe even Jahmyr Gibbs, who was just out of the top 10. Let's see how he proves me wrong. But this kid's got it all. I just want to see how he bounces back from the meniscus injury. Now we're heading over to not my number 2. I'll get to my number 2 later on in the video. But my boy, Raheem Rocket Sanders. Yeah, I have some notes here. 6'2", 237 pounds. 16 carries over 20-plus yards. All right, he had 222 carries for 1,443 yards last year. 10 touchdowns. 28 receptions for 271 yards and 2 touchdowns. So when it comes to his tool set, he's kind of an all-around back. All right? Good size. He had a really good... He had a good offensive line, so that obviously helped his numbers. But he has very good speed for his size. And 3.4 yards per attempt before contact. Once again, he has a good offensive line. So, let's roll the tape on this one. Got your man's in motion. Hand it off. Look at him hit the hole. Boom. Ready? Here's another one. Change of direction. Makes the man miss. Look at this. Insane. We're going to play it again. Ready? Hits the hole. Makes him miss in the gap. Misses him. Drives. There's nothing not to like about this kid, and I think he can even get better going into this college year. And look at him. He's just a unit. Unit at Arkansas. Moving on to another Oregon Duck. Shout out Justin Herbert. My QB1. But we got Bucky Irving here. All right. 5'10", 194 pounds. So a little bit undersized. Once again, a little bit undersized. But in 22, he had 156 carries, 1,058 yards, 5 touchdowns, 31 receptions for 299 yards to be exact, 3 touchdowns. The impressive thing about these numbers, he was not the workhorse. He was splitting carries. He's probably going to split carries going into this year, but that's nice numbers. Yeah, I get it. A little undersized to probably be your every down back. But kid's got the tool set. Forced a missed tackle on 43% of his attempts. All right, what I saw on tape about this guy, smooth hands, decent route running, and once again, a little undersized, and he gets up to speed quick. All right, let's roll the tape here on this one. Let me spoil you the guys and give you some extra tape later. Look at this. Change of direction. Stiff arm. Churned for another 5 yards. Undersized, but kept the feet moving. Look. Get the stiff arm here. And look at him churn. Look at that. Let's see. We'll play this one for you. Bounces out. Good vision. Gets up to speed. Fights. Constantly fights for extra yards. What did I notice there? Doesn't run out of bounds. Look at him lower his shoulder. And what do you get? An extra 3-4 yards because he lowered his shoulder right there. That's what I want on my team. That's what I want for a guy. That's who I want to root for. Next up, we got the kid out of Wisconsin. Braylon Allen, excuse me. 6'2", 235 pounds. Great size. All right. In 22, he had 231 carries for 1,242 yards, 11 touchdowns. The impressive thing is he had very similar numbers in 21. So the kid's consistent. All right. 13 receptions for 104 yards. So not that much of a receiving back, but to be honest, they didn't really use him that way. But what I got from watching his tape, true workhorse, 19 years old. All of his junior season. All right. 22% forced missed tackles. He's a bigger dude. I would like to see the percentage go up this year, but he's got decent speed for his size, very good balance, and the only thing I have that he needs to work on is the missed tackles. So let's roll this one. Got Braylon Allen here. Look at the cuts. I mean, look, he's a big boy. Even next to that defensive lineman right there, he still looks big. I mean, look at his movement. For 230 pounds, let this kid develop. I like this kid. Look how he just fits there, and then boom, top speed. Pay dirt. What a fill for your team if they need a running back at the end of this season. The running backs in this draft are good. This upcoming draft, they're good, and they're kind of deep. I'm only covering 5. And my last one here may be the number 1 running back. He can easily overtake Blake Corum here. Yeah, you guys were waiting on TreVeyon Henderson. You knew it was coming. All right. One of my favorite running backs in this upcoming draft. Yeah, he's at Ohio State. Okay. Broke a bone in his foot. The 3rd game in. Missed 5 total games. All right. 5'10", 214 pounds. In 22, he had 107 carries for 571 yards and 6 touchdowns. Once again, broke his foot. All right. But in 21, 183 carries, 1,248 yards, 15 touchdowns. I'll give you the 21 numbers for the receptions. 27 receptions, 312 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Once again, an all-around back. And at 5'10", 214, kid's got the size. You'd like to see a little bit more meat on him, but he's got the size. All right, what I have here for notes from watching this kid's tape. Natural pass catcher. Possible top back in the draft class. I think it's going to be between him and Blake. Top tier change of direction. When he changes direction, I don't even see him slow down one bit. Makes sense with the next comment here as a smooth runner. He's got good high-end speed and great balance. Only thing he needs to work on, injuries. Let's see you play a full season, and let's see your production, kid, getting into this draft. Let's roll the tape. Ready? Sees the hole, cuts out, nice vision. Once again, cuts out, makes the man miss. And look at the top-end speed. Unbelievable. Takes it home. TreVeyon Henderson. Unbelievable. Maybe. All right, so that's actually going to be the tail end of this video. But with that being said, seeing this list of free agents, seeing in my eyes, as of right now going into the season, the top 5 running backs as of right now, who would you want your team to replace if your RB1 is gone? So if you're asking me as a Chargers fan, obviously I would love to see TreVeyon Henderson or Blake Corum. All right. Realistically, I don't know if Bucky Irving out of Oregon is the right fit because of his size, but Braylon Allen, 6'2", 235, I think he would pair well with Isaiah Spiller if we can make Isaiah Spiller the receiving back. TreVeyon Henderson is really what we wish Isaiah Spiller was. I would love to see how Isaiah Spiller develops this year. But that being said, like say Derrick Henry leaves the Titans, Jonathan Taylor leaves, Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon. Who do you guys want as the replacement? I know Mixon's got Chase Brown as the replacement, which I think is an awesome pick. But for these other teams, like, who do you guys like in the draft? Who do you want to see replaced? If you're a fan of Eckler, where do you want to see him go? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching.